Ladies and gentlemen, Danny the Bastard Christie versus Brett the Machine May is 100% confirmed. I'm a little bit late to the party here. It was confirmed a few days back. I have spoke to Stefan Hanks, Bad to the Bone, president, CEO, whatever, the owner, the fella who's got the fight on. And I spoke to him last week. And for all of those who are still in two minds whether the fight's going to happen or whether it's not, Brett's going to turn up, whether it's not, Stefan has told me 100% it is on. And I've even got to the point of arranging me going there, doing some media and this, that and the other and talking to Steph about that sort of thing. So it's done. I may have a fighter on the undercard. So that's that. It's done. And for all of those, me included, who thought Brett maybe might not do it, might not be up for it, he's done it. They paid a kick in money, which is an insurance policy basically. The only way that they will get that money back is if one of them has a medical reason why they can't fight. Medical reason, injury, illness, whatever. And then it will just get arranged for a later date. And the fight money will not, that kicking money will not get returned until fight is done. That's their insurance policy. So it's happening. It's on. Brett May's been putting up a lot of videos in the last few days of talking about his training, all the stuff that he's doing, his sparring. And he's put up some stuff saying he's been hard sparring in 4-ounce MMA gloves. Now, I've seen the team that he's based with, and I've heard of the team that he's based with, and they're a very, very good team. Very strong coaches, very good fighters out of that team. I think they're an MMA team, but they do box as well. And I wrote a comment on there saying, one of the videos, and I will hold my hands up and say I think I was wrong. I said, I can't really see a top coach allowing hard sparring in 4-ounce MMA gloves, for one. And I said that maybe Brett's getting mixed up the 6-ounce MMA gloves, the sparring gloves with the big knuckle pads for the 4-ounce MMA gloves. But I said, and Jimmy Justice commented on the same thing and said you would get welts and bruises. And at the time, it didn't look like he had any welts or cuts. Later on, he posted a then video, obviously along after the sparring session, a few hours after, and his face looked like it had calmed down a bit, and he did have these sort of welts and scuffs that may indicate that he probably is. So maybe I jumped the gun a bit. Maybe he's not lying. I thought maybe he was either getting mixed up or he was just trying to stir up a bit of YouTube stuff, trying to make it sound more than it was, but it doesn't look like he is now. He's taking it very seriously, so fair play to him. The only thing I will say is he's sparring a lot of big heavyweights, sparring a lot of big blokes. That's what he keeps saying. I'm sparring massive geezers, bigger than me. What I would say is your spot as a coach with experience of this sort of thing. We've got a 100% unbeaten record in bare knuckle and hybrid, so we know our stuff. I would have my fighters sparring similar opponents. I wouldn't have them sparring lads just hard, big, strong geezers. It's not really what you want from the spars. You want to be sparring someone similar to your opponent so you can start developing a game plan, start understanding what they can throw at you. And for Brett May, sparring big, massive heavyweights who are obviously going to be quite sluggish and quite slow and probably not as mobile, agile, not with the same level of footwork and all the rest of it as Danny, he probably wants to be sparring some smaller guys, other middleweights who are very, very high level boxers. That's all I'd say on that front. Danny's been very, very quiet. I've got my woolly hat on, mate. It's fucking freezing. And I know you're going to say, well, if it's cold, why have you got the back door open? It's because I was literally just about to smoke a little ciggy. And I thought I'm going to make this video now, so I ain't got to do it at 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm tired. But yeah, so Danny has not shared much about his training, but he's shared pad videos and he's shared hitting the bag and all that sort of thing. And we know Danny's going to turn up fit. Danny's going to turn up strong. We've seen Danny fight. We know the crack. We know that he knows how to get through a fucking fight camp. So that's not going to be a worry. And I'm just really, really excited for this fight now. I think it's going to be good. At first, I thought it was a bit of a joke and a bit of a sham, but, Brett May's obviously taking this very, very seriously. Got a serious team, serious sparring, and all the stuff suggests that we're go, go, go. So he's not going to turn up unfit. And yeah, I was wrong. I think I was wrong, and I hold my hands up and I say that. And respect, mate, respect. You get in there and you fight someone on the level of Danny Christie, then fucking respect. I'm not going to change what I think the outcome of the fight's going to be, and I do think that Danny's going to win fairly comfortably. But I said he's got a 1 in 100 chance of maybe knocking him out. Maybe that's increased a little bit now. I mean, like May had a 1 in 100 chance of just catching Danny and knocking him out with just the sheer size, and maybe that puncher's chance is going to be slightly increased. But still, I think, judging off what I have seen of Brett in the unlicensed fights and stuff, I still just think this ability-wise and technique-wise is just a step too far. So bad news, Hughes. That's the bad news. I've been watching a lot of old wrestling, and the bad news Barrett character, mate, fucking quality. So every now and then I'm going to chime in with the bad news, Hughes, because it rolls off the tongue. And that's the bad news, that I think Brett May's technique is going to be nowhere near good enough to deal with Danny Christie. But fight's on. Exciting stuff. It's going to be good. I'm going to be up there doing a bit of media. I'm buzzing. I love the guys from Bad to the Bones. Stefan's an absolute legend, and for getting this fight on, it's quality. And maybe we can get enough noise made. Mac Bygraves, my boy, might want to fight that winner because he's a bad motherfucker. And he's got a fight in Ukraine on the horizon in a couple of weeks on the Clan. He's got and we're getting right ready for that, doing sparring against some pros, pro boxers and everything. We're in full effect of fight camp. Mac's looking sharp, looking fit, looking strong. So BMF belt, bad motherfucker. Maybe Mac could get the winner. We'll see. He's been calling Danny out for a while now. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about was Paul the Menace Venice has been calling out Brett May for a friendly spar. I think Paul's been taking a lot of fucking like flack, and a lot of people have been writing him off on YouTube and that lately. He's getting a lot of bullshit, a lot of bad energy thrown at him. And I think some of it's a bit unfair. You know, when the crowd turn, they turn together. And they turn quick. So I just think Paul was very popular, and everyone's just gone on a bit of a fucking thing mugging him off, and I do think it's a bit unfair. He means well, Paul. From what I gather, he's all about religion, and he's all about his recovery, and he's very, very close with his family, and his kids have been getting fucking abuse, or grandkids or something or other, and his bird's been getting abuse on some of the stuff, and I just think it's bang out of order. Listen, I don't know what his gang affiliations are or what's going on in the northeast with these fucking gangsters that are supposed to have taxed him or whatever else. It sounds like a fictitious load of codswallop to me, all this fucking taxed by gangsters, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I just feel like the crowd turning on him is a bit unfair. Anyway, he's come out. He said, I want to have a spar with Brett. Brett's come back saying, oh, you said you was injured. You can't fight me, this, that and the other. And then Paul come out and just said, no, I'm being genuinely, I just want a friendly spar. We can iron these problems out like men. We can shake hands and we can have a chat because they've been giving it to each other and everything. And then Brett come out with a nice video respectfully accepting. So hopefully we get some footage of that, because that'll be exciting, that'll be entertaining. I think that'll be a good spar, but I know Paul Venis is injured. He genuinely has got bad arm and everything, isn't he? So he's going to be fairly one-handed in this spar, but if he can just pop the jab out, get moving, it'll still be exciting. It'll still be good to watch, won't it? So that's that. Brett May, if you do see this and you are looking for some sparring, I've got some very good middleweights who are getting ready for fights as well, bare knuckle fights, hybrid fights. So if you do see this and you're interested, we're willing to travel. This isn't a call out. This isn't a fucking no, nothing like that. Help you get ready. Like I said, it's good to spar people similar to the weight that you're going to fight, similar to the style that you're going to fight. If you're interested, mate, hit me up. You know where I am. Danny, same thing. I speak to Danny a lot. I like Danny, like I say. Need any sparring? You know where we are. We're down in Kent, but we're willing to travel, and we like making. Well, I like making content, so it'd be good stuff. Yeah, that's the bad news. Anyway, that's the good news. Really, really excited for this. Thank you very much for watching, boys. Unlicensed Boxing Show, and I'll be back very soon. Adios, bosh.